The State of Crypto is presented by Tron, connecting the world to the power of cryptocurrency.
The UK is struggling to form a government, but they're not struggling to regulate crypto. Joining us now to discuss is CoinDesk regulatory reporter Jack Schickler. Morning, Jack.
Hi.
Hi, good to hear from you. So what's going on in the UK? You know, as I mentioned before, the government of Liz Truss is coming to an end, but the regulatory state moves on. So it seems, it seems like they're getting their act together, if you will, on regulating crypto.
Indeed. I mean, there's been a lot of political turbulence since already this year. They announced plans to make the UK a crypto hub, and since then they're on their fourth finance minister since they made that announcement, and that was only back in April. So plenty of stuff is changing, but remarkably, the administrative work of getting that done is continuing. And we found out the latest step in that today. They'd already proposed a bill, which is a government bill, to regulate stable coins, or what they call digital payment assets. And some people said, we think this is stable coins, digital payment assets, but we're not quite sure if it applies to all of crypto. And lobbyists as recently as Wednesday were in Parliament saying, you know, we think it should be a bit clearer because we're not sure how many years we're going to have to wait before the next crypto bill comes along. So we'd rather you settled it. And sure enough, this lobbyist needs to get a pay rise, because 2 days later, the government tables an amendment to its own bill saying, yeah, when we said digital payment assets, we actually intended this to cover all of crypto. So under those proposals, financial market law in the UK will apply to all crypto assets. And that means all the regulations that say you have to be regulated, you can be fined or even thrown in jail if you sell a financial product that isn't authorized by the regulator. The whole kit.
So does this make it harder? I mean, what's the pulse in terms of the crypto community in the UK? Do they think it will make their business harder?
Well, on the face of it, they're kind of seeking to outlaw a whole bunch of crypto. They're saying, unless you're regulated, you'll face all these tough conditions. You've got to register with the Financial Conduct Authority and so on. So, you know, that's going to cause quite a lot of heartache for quite a lot of companies. But ultimately, I think the industry realizes if they're going to be taken seriously, they need to be regulated. There needs to be legal certainty about what the rules that apply. Their customers need to know that they're protected and that they're not some fly-by-night outfit. And having the proper veneer of regulation will really help that.
And Jack, what does the impact of UK Prime Minister Liz Truss resigning after less than 2 months in the job have on all of this? Right.
Well, as I said, the law has survived so far, despite a few changes of finance minister and even a change of prime minister. It's really not clear what happens now. At some time next week, we'll know who the next prime minister is going to be. It's not clear if they will reappoint a new finance minister or whether they'll leave Jeremy Hunt in charge. It's not clear what that does for the whole strategic direction on crypto. If it's Boris Johnson or Rishi Sunak, we know those two people haven't been opposed to crypto regulation in the past. They're quite crypto friendly. If there's then more political instability in a general election, then everything's up for grabs. So it's a good question, and I wish I knew the answer.